My name is Jim Ross, and 5 years ago I started trying to develop the Faro board. And this is the results of what you see. I developed the counter, which usually you have a man behind that keeps track of all the cards that come out of the deck. Also, he pays out the chips and takes the chips in. This game is quite complicated, so usually when they got a crowd around here, they got a shiv in the audience watching the bettors, because it has been known to cheat on this game. Okay, this is the different ways of betting. Now, I'm not going to show you all of them because what you're going to see is confusing enough. But on the paperwork that comes with the game, there are illustrations of the different betting process. But what I'm going to show you now is pretty typical. A bet on the king like that is just a bet on the king. A bet here, evenly in between four cards, is a bet on those four cards. Now you can lose or win on any one of those cards that come up. A bet on the corner of the card gives you not only a bet on this card, but it gives you a bet on this card here. If you place a bet here, you got a bet on these three cards. Now, is that confusing? Yeah, it is. You have to get used to it, and you really got to work at the illustration on these games. A bet here, you are betting that the losing card is lower than the winning card. Now, if the winning card is higher than the losing card, you win. If it's lower, the dealer wins. Now that is the only way that I'm going to illustrate to you about betting. But there is other ways of betting. But I think I've gone into enough of this. Oh, one thing I didn't go into is when you place a bet between the two cards, then you're betting on both of those cards. You can win or lose on them, depending on how the cards come out of the deck. If the losing card comes out, say on the 8, you lose. And if the winning card comes out, say that on the 10, you win. Or the 10 or the 3, you will win. Now, the other thing that I'm not going to elaborate on is what's called copper. Everybody doesn't understand what copper is. Well, copper is a penny. You put it on your bet, it reverses the process that the cards come off the deck, where the losing card becomes the winning card, and the winning card becomes the losing card, on that bet only. I told you it was complicated. Okay, what I'm going to demonstrate now is the card box, dispense the cards one at a time, which I developed. But first I'm going to show you how to deal without the card box. You lay your cards straight face up. Remember, the first card is a dead card, but it also is covering up the losing card. And the losing card is covering up the winning card. So, but there's too much chance here for cards to move or something to happen. So when I deal the game like that, I turn them over. I don't see it matters because the first card is still the losing card. And there's a reason for that. However, I'm going to demonstrate the card box. You have to wear a finger guard. This is spring-loaded inside, and I had quite a time figuring this one out. But anyway, now I'm going to show you how to bet here. We're going to bet again. Remember, this is a single bet. This here, a bet here, bets on these 4 cards. This here can be a bet on this card and this card. This is a bet on this card and this card. A bet between them is a bet on this card and this card. Here, it's a bet on the 3 cards. Now, you can win or lose depending upon what the losing card is and the winning card. Now, also, you can come over here and bet on the high card. You're betting that the winning card is higher than the losing card. And all these bets can be turned around by putting a penny on your bet. It's called copper. And it will reverse the cards coming out of the deck on that one bet. In other words, the losing card will be the winning card, and the winning card will be the losing card. And if you're not confused by now, why did I put the high card over here when you see that most of the Faro games, the high card is over here? Very simple. It's very easy to cheat in this game. When there's a lot of smoke, a lot of people talking, and everybody's trying to watch the game, you can just, very simple. It's green, you can't see it. But we won't go into that too much. Now, every card that comes out of this deck has to be kept track of. Usually, you got the counter who does nothing but keep track of the cards and pays out and takes in the bets. Okay, we're going to try the card here now. This card is a solo card. It means absolutely nothing, and it is not counted. Goes over here. Goes to the extreme left. The next card is the losing card, and that is a king. Well, there's a bet on the king, so he loses. Now, we're going to go for the winning card. We get rid of the losing card, and the winning card is a queen. Well, there's a bet on the queen right here. So this man collects the same amount that he betted. And he has won on that card, unless he's got a coppered. If he had a coppered, then he lost. I know it's a little complicated, but you'll get used to it. Now, if I take this card off from here, premature, the losing card is shown. Now, at this time, I will say, place your bets, remove your bets, copper your bets. And then I will say, no more bets. And then I will bring out the losing card for the next game, which happens to be a 5. Is there anything on the 5? No, there's not. There's no combination or anything. So the dealer kind of doesn't win much on that. Now let's take and get rid of this card then, and we'll go to the next losing card. At this time, you can remove your bets, place your bets, copper, whatever you want. And then I will say no more bets. Now we're going to remove the winning card, or the losing card, I'm sorry. Now we have a 2, and there is a bet on the 2. It's right here. It's bet on these 4 cards, and any one of them can make you lose. So he's lost his bet. And the game goes on and on like that until you get down to the last 3 cards in the deck. And you can look over here and see what those cards are. And you can bet on them. This is the only time that you can get 4 times the amount of money that you bet. And the counter and the guy dealing will have to make up a list of how you bet, because you've got to call those cards as they come out of the deck. Now you can look and see what the cards are. That's fine, but you have to call them the way they come out of the deck to win. Now, if 2 of the cards are the same, then you only get paid half the bet. If 3 of the cards are the same, all bets are off. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Faro. The card dispensing box is separate. It does not come with the game. One of the counter boxes will come with the game and a deck of cards and some chips. With the dealer's box, it won't. Now, there's one thing that I overlooked here, and that is a high card. So let's just play this out. Say this is a losing card. Okay. This man has won because the winning card is higher than the losing card. So he wins his bet. Again, it's an equal bet, 1 for 1. I think that's all. I pack these things up and ship them. So I can't tell you anything else except the nickname of this game seems to be Buck and the Tiger. And I think you'll have a lot of fun with it.